Yeah, so I will draw just some, again, like perspective grid and a figure in a space. Some people watching. I mean, still I have some people watching me. So for
They're watching this. Everybody that's watching, really sorry about all this. Kind of knew we should have got together like at like 8 o'clock. It's a lesson learned from next time.
it's like
That's also my fault because I'm like, oh, do we just pop on? Because last time it was just like we just popped on and that was it. So now I'm streaming, so it's kind of like I thought we could just do the same, but that's my bad.
yeah,
All
no
right, so
problem.
let me see. Let me see what I'm gonna draw. You're
Yeah,
crushing it with the perspective there, bud.
uh,
Yeah, you know what?
yeah, maybe you want us to draw Sonic?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna finish the Sonic out.
Ah, it's my
Yeah, why not? I'll just play with this. Oh yes, please, thank you. You can talk, huh?
yeah. Wait a second. I just
No, you're good, huh? My wife's talking to me.
yeah. I think I can't hear. Okay. Yeah.
All right, here we go. What we got? Let me see.
So what is your plan for YouTube? Again, like you say, just like for connect with some people, kind of.
Yeah, so right now I'm just because of the what happened in the military and stuff like that. I'm suffering from PTSD,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just trying to just I'm very introverted and like to myself kind of guy, and I think that it's really becoming a hindrance in my life. So I'm just trying to connect with people, and I'm trying to connect with people in a positive way and not in a
Mm-hmm.
negative way. So more artists like yourself, some of my favorite artists, I reached out to them to see if they would like to, eventually come on the stream. But that, and then just help people, like, because there's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people, especially like in my Discord
Mm-hmm.
channel, that a lot of people that really like want me to do tutorials and stuff like that, and I've been really bad at it. But I'm gonna start making a really good effort this year to really help people. That's
Mm-hmm.
this is art, and I think we all should stick together.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's also it's kind of it's good to have multiple reasons. Like is some maybe reasons kind of dominant, uh, but sometimes like kind of like because it's kind of long period, like a marathon, right? And during this marathon, when you need to keep doing this stuff, sometimes it feels like absolutely pointless. Like you make like 100 200 live, there's like 5 people watching all the time, and you think like, why I'm doing this? And like maybe nobody even like talking with you, you're like inviting people, nobody reply and
The
stuff like
best.
this. So it can be like you you might feel like it's kind of don't work, right? So but everybody talking about success in live streaming is kind of like a 3-year period. So it's like if you're streaming regularly, 3 year is like, I don't know, at least
Yep.
like 2 days a week minimum, kind of, right? Then uh, it's kind of like normally normally it after 3 years you will get this kind of critical mass effect when will be like enough people will talking about you, so will be some kind of crowd around your streams,
Mm.
and maybe like even like making like actual profit from it. So I, I for myself I have kind of similar reason too, uh, it's like yeah, I understand it's like very different, like I don't have like combat or army experience, but I have this kind of like experience recently, especially with 2022 stuff. It's kind of for somebody COVID, being like kind of real like big kind of catastrophe, right? For me, just being like expat, this guy like who is change his country.
Yeah.
It's kind of like already like feels somehow like you losing part of yourself. It's like somewhere this Russian guy is like in a parallel universe. He's there, but he's not here because I kind of don't have people to speak Russian, for example, or all this kind of like stuff from daily life, which is like very normal and everyday things. In the other countries, in the totally different cultures, they are not exist anymore. So
Oh, wow.
it's kind of like became like it kind of like in a long time, like 10 years, like I have, it's really became like very weird, like
Mm.
constant, kind of like you losing some part of yourself, kind of, and so for me COVID was no big difference. It was just like, okay, I already living like this couple of years, understand this thing. But then when it's like 2022, I'm like, what the hell? It's like everything go to escalate so fast, kind of.
Mm.
And I just lost all my friends, So in for every reason. So it's kind of happened this like situation when like
I'm
this
sorry
kind
to
of
hear that, man.
uh, no, I mean they're not dead, but it's just like we cannot communicate anymore, kind of.
Yeah.
Yes. So and it's like we have this like kind of like ideology opposite sides, kind of, right? So
Yes.
it's kind of like easier when it's two sides, right? But then you realize like, is this stuff going so far? Like this kind of propaganda and kind of like um, intelligences, I guess, kind of different countries. Like they're working now so crazy, like with all like infiltrated all media, and like and bombarding with kind of narratives. So make like now it means like it's not only two sides, right? Now every side split, and then all these split sides will split. So eventually everybody start to fighting each other, and like you see like, hey, we're on the same side, right? But then you need to kind of like wait a second, but what is your opinion about this, right? And it's like,
Mm.
oh no, you're actually my enemy, because it's not just kind of like what your favorite music, but it's actually about like eventually it's like you're talking about killing my people, kind of,
Yeah. See, that's scary.
it's, it's like, okay. And then you see some people, they're just not kind of educated, or they're like not aware, and they say like, yeah, it's like right thing to say. Is it really like? Did you really like follow where it goes and like I was like, oh my god, like I don't want to even like discuss with them. So some people like I keep communicating. Is I understand. It's kind of, I don't know, but it's no friendship anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've also lost friends with this same kind of rhetoric, and it's sad. I think it's really sad, man, because it's like sometimes it's just about like listening, and even when you just listen and you let people say what they have to say on their mind, a lot of people tend to, if you're not agreeing with them, not to say that I was disagreeing with them, but like I was just listening. If you're
Hmm.
not with them, then you are the enemy, and it's like I just find that really sad because like like my best friend or the guy who I consider to be like one of my best friends that I've ever had. We me and him had such a connection, like a brotherly connection, but
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he felt a certain way about the state of of our world,
Hmm.
like I lost him as a buddy. You know what I mean? Like I lost him, and
Yeah,
and it's because he became radicalized. And
yeah.
it sucks, man, because he was such a good guy. Eventually, I hope that he can see past that and whatever. But I think it's really sad, man.
Yeah, so I mean, like, definitely better if I will like more communicate in the real world, but somehow I just kind of like, uh, I don't know, subconsciously I just even cut all my real connections. So I only like when it's really necessary, I will go to talk with people, or when it's work, right? And it's not kind of like your hate or weird with people. Like when I talk with people, like I'm really friendly and I like to meet people, but somehow I just avoid
Mhm.
it. So I hope it will be like later will be better. But yeah, I can relate in this sense. This is what I mean.
Mm.
It's kind of like um, I, also I don't like this introvert extrovert idea. I don't think is
Yeah.
actually so simple.
Gene, hold on one sec.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to turn you up because one of my viewers can't hear you. Say something now.
1, 2, 3. Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Check.
Yo, Jo, can you hear him? Just let me know in the chat if you're watching.
Yeah, let me see if I on your live if there is sound.
I think it's just on mine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it's just on mine.
Check.
Man, I'm loud.
Yeah, you check your OBS like you have this like controls. And
Yeah,
also,
it's kind of
do you
loud.
know where my sound is came from? It's like
Your sound is the desktop, correct?
probably. You can check right now? Do you where do you see is jumping? There's like equalizer jumping.
Yeah. Okay. It's on the
Desktop.
it's on the desktop. Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So I got you. Yep.
Hmm.
All right. We in business.
Yeah. Nice.
Like I said, I am all to any of the viewers that are watching this on any of our streams. I'm brand like brand new. I'm talking like 10 seconds brand new. And I am really trying to learn how to use all of this stuff and get used to it. So I'm really
Mhm.
sorry if I'm kind of jacked up right now. What's going on, Cozy Pencil?
Yeah. Hello, cozy pants. Yeah. So, and also it's kind of also was like kind of therapy for myself, like because in 2022 I was like, like I was just like I had this uh, project. I've been drawing mural in a school in Taiwan, and I think like, okay, perfect. Finally, like after I was like I was already like 6 year in Taiwan, and I think like finally I will go to Moscow. Like I have, I will this use this money, will fly to Moscow, meet my friends, go to see my parents, and I'm not finished this job yet. Like right in the middle, kind of, and there is this news: Russia invasion in Ukraine. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, for me, it's like my house is like 1 hour from Ukraine, you know? It's like, for me, it's like, it's absolutely bullshit. Is Ukraine like never have a plan kind of invade Russia, or like they don't make like terror attacks in Russia, you know? Nobody was screaming like, I don't know, like, uh, hail to Zelensky, an explosion, something, you know?
Yeah,
No,
that
never, absolutely nonsense. It's just like kind of like, oh, we take Crimea, now we take whole Ukraine, you know?
I'm gonna be honest, man. When they did that, we were all like, "Oh like oh snap, like it's about to go down."
Yeah,
We had no like there was like no clue, and it was one of those things where we were like, "Oh no, man, like please, we don't want to like have to go to war with Russia right now." It was not a fun feeling.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like for me, it was like, you know, oh, okay, now I definitely will not go because kind of like I was, and it's like first, it's very interesting. It's like, you know, whole normal reality disappears, and I start to, because I start to, you know, to see all this like videos from my region, like absolutely surreal. You know, it's not like Africa or Arabia or somewhere. Is like it's I know the streets, I know these buildings. It's in Ukraine, but it's like it's my region, you know. It's kind of same lifestyle, kind of very similar. It's like more similar to my lifestyle than Moscow, because Moscow like far away, and there is Ukraine very close to me, kind of, where like, you know, like I have Ukraine roots too, like my kind of father lines are like from Ukraine. So um so it's kind of like very personal, and like see all this like yeah, I know, like you understand what kind of gross stories came from war. You cannot speak in the YouTube kind of this stuff, but I mean, it was like crazy, like, uh, and
Yeah.
how cynical a Russian government is absolutely insane. Is like break my like, wow, like wow, okay, so is this where we are living? You know, this kind of like real world is not like this. I hear, you know, a lot of this like hero stories about World War II, like Russia army is like being so great, like save humanity from uh, like Hitler and stuff. And
Yep.
now I see, now I understand, you know, like, but that is actually it's truly, it's like you don't even know like who was worse in this confrontation, like Soviet Union or Hitler, you know.
Yeah, I mean that was a very scary time,
It's like
especially to be alive in Russia. Oh man, like or in the USSR. Like that was a
yeah,
very scary time.
but it was
Very,
shorter.
very scary.
Right now it's like it's
Mhm.
Ukraine war is already longer than this World War II, you know. Or no, not war, no, at least this like Russian war with Hitler, kind of, it was much shorter. It's crazy. Let's keep going. And so uh yeah, really like, and I've been like watching this movie, let's say, Troy. Yeah, Troy, I think. Yeah, it seems with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, Troy is a good movie.
Yeah, and I've been watching this. It's like, man, it's like it's exactly what is happening. Like I was like looking, like, I mean, like, it's a movie. I mean, before I was watching like war, even like this kind of like Hollywood kind of thing. I just start to see it from totally different perspective. As like um, it's been happen always. It's not like just happening.
War's been around since the dawn of time, my friend.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's just how the world works, you know.
Mm.
I'm gonna be honest, I never thought that I would go to war like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I never thought that because I joined the National Guard.
Mm-hmm.
And the National Guard, like when I was already coming out of the basic training, my unit was already deployed. They were in um they were in Jordan and Somalia. So when I was getting out of basic training, my the sergeants there, they were already like, hey, look, you know, you don't ever have to worry about deploying because your unit is currently on deployment right now. So it's like, by the time you get out of basic training, you got, there's 1 year layoff and then another 5 years to wrap up for the next deployment. That's going to be um, your whole, uh, your whole contract. And I was like, all right, cool, no problem. You know what I mean? Like, man,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to deploy. And then the talks of the deployment started to come up, and then it was kind of like, well, if okay, so we are going to deploy, and I'm definitely going to go on deployment because it's still within my contract. But the likelihood of me going to like a combat zone, right, is
Mm-hmm.
really slim, right? Because I was like, okay, so we'll go to like maybe we'll go to the Middle East, but we'll go back to Jordan because there was talks about going to Jordan,
Mm-hmm.
and Jordan isn't Jordan isn't a combat zone. Jordan is like it's really nice, right? So when we got word that we were all going to Syria, that was kind of like, oh snap! Like, what do you mean we're going to Syria? And it was just like, yeah, we got the big one. We're going on a combat deployment. Like, and this is the real deal. Like, there was no like backing out of it. So that right there, it was like to even have that like to be in a combat situation like that, or it's like to know that I'm going into a combat. Never even crossed my radar. It never
Mm.
it never was like, oh, okay, it's time. This time I'm actually going to become a combat, veteran. I didn't even think I was going to even be able to call myself a veteran, let alone a combat veteran. And then when it came down to it, man, yeah, I was in the worst of the worst, and I've seen a lot of crazy stuff, man. So you never know, man. I mean, like war just happens. It happens all the time. It happens all the
Yeah.
time.
It's also
And
kind of. Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, now I was gonna say a quick little note, and then sometimes you don't even think that you're gonna go to war. You're like, oh, okay, these guys are gonna go to war, or these guys have been to like some hostile war or whatever, and I'm not gonna go. But you never know that. You honestly like you never know.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was thinking about this a lot, and kind of like also thinking about like people reactions, like how people perceive all this, right? It's like why some people like who never been to war, they're like calling to war, or they're like talking about like like how glorious we are and stuff. It's like, yeah, we're fighting now. It's like, who are you? Like, have you been there yourself? Like, why you're so proud of what do you proud for, kind of. And um, and these people like who supports kind of terrorists, and then you see these people like who themselves they're never been even in kind of like um just like in a fist confrontation, let's say, all right, like they never been beaten in their life, kind of, they have no idea what is conflict, not talking about war and stuff, right? and uh, and then it's like, this
I
book.
I
Uh-huh.
found it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, is this book like Orwell, Animal Farm? You know this?
Animal Farm, yes.
And and it's like suddenly like, poosh. So it's kind of like Animal Farm Nietzsche stuff. It's like Nietzsche, he was talking about this like a morality of slavers and the morality of kind of lords, or rulers and slavers, right? So in the model of Animal Farm, rulers is like a farmer, right? So it's like there is a man who's a farmer, so he have all these facilities, he have machines, he build fences, he bring animals inside his fences and guard them with the dogs, right? So this like ships, they live in inside fence, and they believe in peace. because
Yeah.
they because they're being guarded by dogs and men who have a shotgun. He have guns, right?
Mm.
So if there is wolves, they constantly want to eat the sheep, and these sheep, they're absolutely helpless. They cannot protect themselves. They even, it's impossible for them, right? So only way they survive is just because fence and dogs and armed men protected them from wolves and this all, and other farmers and thieves and all this kind of hostile world outside of farm.
Yeah, what's I find it funny, man, because like I get a lot of there's like protesters in my area now,
Mm-hmm.
and they I don't want to sound mean, right? Because
Mm.
I think anything on a political scale, you know, like people need to just really start getting along. But like you said earlier, right? People have to start understanding the truth behind what they're saying, right? Like these people, they live in a really cushy life,
Mm-hmm.
a very, very cushy life, right? And what I tried to explain to them is when I was over there, right? To the enemy, we were just Americans, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't care whether or not you were black, white, Hispanic. They didn't care if you were gay, trans. They didn't care about anything. They didn't care what your ideology was. They didn't care what you thought. They didn't care if you supported them back home. The only thing that they cared about was, is he an American? He or she is an American, and if they are, we're gonna kill them.
Mm-hmm.
So, like when you deal with that for a year, where every day people are trying to kill you and your friends, and they don't care about your political beliefs or anything. The only thing they care about is this person an American? And if they're an American, they must die.
Yeah, and
When you
you
come
can.
home and you
Mhm.
see it, uh-huh.
Yeah, and you cannot say they're confused. It's not like kind of they're nice guys and they just mistakenly see you as a threat, right? No, it's not confusion.
No, there is no confusion. There is no like second guessing. He's an American. We're gonna kill that guy or that girl or whatever. We don't care what it is. If it's an American and if it's over there, it's an American. Even if it was an animal, hey, it's an American dog. We're gonna kill it.
Yeah.
So that's the mindset that the regime had, and what's happening right now in overseas, like that was already happening when I was there, and I was already going through that. Me and my units, the units that were there, and the other parts of Syria and where I was at, we were already getting bombed like that, and we were already getting shot at and getting blown up, and that was that thing was always already happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just now hitting the media because Trump decides to make a huge a huge leap at it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But while I was there, man, it was already that shit already kicked off, man. It was already the real deal.
Oh, I mean, it
So
started even like with Iran. It started even like with Islamic regime when they like hostage Americans in the embassy.
yep.
So it's like long story. I mean, they're just like kind of no, actually no, like Islamic state. It's a communist project. So yeah, it's been Islam before communism, kind of, right? But
Yeah.
this union kind of it's a communist project. There people can research themselves, like Communist International. They've been looking constantly everywhere, like finding this like allies, sending Soviet money everywhere. So ironically, like American communists been supporting communists in Russia, and Russian communists been supporting communists all around the world, like in Africa, in Europe, in uh, Middle East, in Asia, right? So it's sent like crazy money, like people in Russia starving. Oh, they're sending like trillions to Africa. They're sending trillions to Islamists. It's crazy. So it's kind of like entire American mindset. It's we can see like why they have this. It's like few serious reason. It's like one reason, of course, is like very ancient. They're just anti-West, right? And the other, it's they're also being like sponsored and feeded by Soviet Union. So that's why I mean it's kind of like it's it's not like current discord, or like how to say, it's not current like problem with diplomacy or something. No, these people for generations, they're just like nature, how to say, uh, adversaries. I mean, like you nothing can do to not be enemy for them. That's it. So even like it can be like some diplomacy when say like yeah, like like I have some friends uh, who like that's why I say like I don't know even like call them friends or not, but like I can talk with them. Um, who's like kind of with death to my other friends. So like my one friends wish my other friends to die and opposite kind of, and like and I know is in friendship cannot fix this. It's like nobody will care like how much like you been drinking together, or like you have like childhood together, whatever. Like on the fields, he will just shoot you. And I mean, and they're practically doing it by sponsoring war right now, like consciously, like sending money to Russia army. Так, yeah. Anyway, like I don't know, like you okay talking about this or hello? We can talk something other. It's just так. So here we have a road. I don't have your sound now. also I lost your second. Here is card link. Okay, like this. Not make sense. Так. Okay. So here, road. Do you hear me? I don't have your sound. Oh, let's make this. It's like Spider-Man here. It's like, whoa. It's like Eddie Brock and the Spider-Man. Так. Error. Okay, so says link don't have sound. Now you have sound problem with sound. You can go like Discord. Where I did this? It's like you. Yeah, like a Discord push 3-dot button in your call. Like there is 3 dots, and there you choose like voice and video setting. And there you can like play with try different like audio video sources, because it seems like Discord can glitch. Like I choose before it was it's like it was my web camera for video. No, it was sound. Yeah, I changed microphone. So I go to this video and sound properties and I change microphone. So and then I start to work. Maybe some this kind of problem.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, now I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now I can't. For some reason I can't go. Yes. I mean, I took it.
Yeah, I can hear, but this quality very bad.
All right. So let's try.
Try
For some reason, it's
different.
not letting me
Okay,
draw
yeah, now
on
it's
my-
perfect.
Yeah, it's not even letting me draw on my
Ah,
mic.
no. What?
It's very strange. Yeah. I don't know what I did.
So you have like iPad connected by cable or?
No, it's on my it's on my Wacom, my Discord.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
Wacom tablet on Studio Paint.
Oh,
It's not letting me draw now.
it's weird. Yeah. Can you like you reload Clip Studio already, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
You choose other layer. I'll try other layer. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it can work. What's this? But for the Sonic drawing, it's not working. What's going on? That's weird.
Yeah, because your layer you try to draw is hidden. You're trying to.
Oh my. you know I'm old. Okay. What's going on? Why can't I draw this? And the layers off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm old. I'm so sorry, folks.
Yeah, it always happen.
So, hey, Gene, what do you think, man? You think I should keep this, the outside spin, or should I let it go? What do you think?
And then I take off. Try again. One more time. Yeah, I mean, like usually they say is like it should be more readable, like silhouette. So it's like if without this, as like face can see better, right?
Yeah. I think it might be.
Yeah, I think. With face, it's just kind of different type of drawing. It's like more like a portrait, and when you have this thing, it's look more like kind of like emotional, kind of like like make it look more aggressive, and less like a portrait. No, but this one is okay, I think. I don't know.
That one? That one right?
Yeah, like this even more. Yeah, it's like even more look like kind of character centered, not emotional centered. Okay, something with a microphone. It's like you're far away or something.
Yeah, so my original mic died.
Okay. So
now I'm using an old school microphone.
Yeah, so maybe you need to like closer to microphone because like when you far, it's like I cannot hear.
How's this? Is this better?
Even closer.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
this close?
yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, it's like headphone microphone.
We're gonna. Oh, okay, hold on. I got you. I have to turn it up. Is this better?
Yeah,
How's
yeah,
that?
yeah. Like this is good.
Oh, that's much better. Okay. Oh man, we're gonna remember these times. Like, hey, remember like when you couldn't even get your microphone right?
Yeah, yeah. You also, you always look in audio mixer in Discord, in OBS. In OBS, have this audio. It should be like yellow. No, it should be in a yellow. Maybe like sometimes red is no problem. So it's like when you talk, like your mic equalizer, right? It should be moving to yellow.
Yeah, mine's just moving into the other. So I had to turn up my microphone in Discord.
So it
That's what I
should.
problem. It wasn't loud enough.
Anyway, yeah, I like this idea, right? So we kind of like creating kind of network of artists. So
Yes.
you might like maybe some other friends also will start streaming or make videos. Like so we just sometimes can stream just draw and talk. So for people it's like a radio or TV show,
Or like a podcast or something, right?
Yeah. So and it's important for like internet and algorithms. It's important just to be present, just to kind of exist online. I also like this.
Yeah.
I like this comparison. Like when long time ago I read article about artists. So say imagine is like artist is like a factory or like brand, and let's say like a Ford or something like this, right? So you have a lot of different type of products, and there is like product which make your brand famous and like top quality. So it's like as artists, it might be maybe you make some video which became like important for people or viral, or it's just like high quality video with some important information and stuff, but it can be like just one or couple videos, and there's a lot of no, or artwork, right? Like maybe you make like huge crazy artwork like to show all your amazing skills, to show like you're like top level artist and stuff, and then you have a lot of just like sketches, just notes, and some like middle quality works, more rough.
Mhm.
So all this is important because like sketches you can just do, you can make it more, so it will be more like spread it everywhere, and also you can sell them more cheaper, so more people will be satisfied, kind of more people will be engaged. So like one work you like is same artist, but he doing one work for like establish brand, and other works it's to kind of to survive.
Yep.
So this is why I
Yeah, I'm
think
trying to get.
sorry.
Uh huh.
Yeah, no,
No, you
no,
no.
it's okay.
Say your point.
Yeah, I mean just so point here, it's just like it's important to understand like sometimes it should don't need to worry too much about to make everything like top quality and perfect, but also on other hand, like if only make some kind of podcast or sketch and stuff, it's also no good because it should be also some kind of representative work. um, which will like tell people who you are kind of more.
Yeah, so I'm gonna also gonna be starting to put up clips, uh, tutorials, stuff like that. I'm one of those people that I feel like if I don't um how you say it, if I don't have the qualifications to do something, then I won't do it. So like
Mm.
if I feel like I'm not qualified to teach something, then I won't teach it. Even if people are asking me like, hey man, you think you can like teach me how to do this?
Mm.
Like you're really good at such and such, and I'm like, well, I'm not qualified to teach you because there's more people out there that are qualified to teach you. You know what I mean? So I
Mm.
run into this fault where I put myself behind a lot, where I'm like, you know what, I'm not qualified to do this. I'll let the next person teach it. But people like they want to learn like my techniques, and I feel like
Mm.
I've been letting a lot of people down with that recently. So that's another reason why I'm doing this whole YouTube adventure because you know I
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah,
let people down.
yeah, yeah, and there is a lot of kind of type of content you can do, right? Like I see there's some YouTube channels where it's just drawing with music, like don't talk at all, and sometimes it's just drawing and talk with people. So I think also just making kind of demonstration and communicate with people, just kind of answer their questions. It's also good. So not necessary to prepare like super tutorials or something.
So what is your goal with YouTube?
Huh?
You've been streaming for a while. Like,
Oh, because I've been teaching in real life, and I just kind of it's getting too boring to talk about very simple stuff whole time, because like my students they always some kind of beginners, some kind of like for hobby or something, and I was like, oh my god, again, kind of like 1 point perspective, 2 point perspective. Like, no man, so boring. And so and I think like, okay, I want to like make YouTube where I kind of speaking with a perfect student. So it's like if I teach some student who is really want to learn something and who is really doing a lot of work, so he wants some advanced information, and I kind of like also somehow kind of talking with myself because I know what I want to see on YouTube. So, and I do it myself, and as much as I can, right? Like, of course, I want to be like Scott Robertson, I want to be like Aaron Blaze, but as much as I can, I kind of share because I see, even like Scott Robertson there, Aaron Blaze there, and some other like top level artists, and people still don't know about them or they don't learn from them, like don't know why. So you just trying to do put your um, make your contribution kind of.
it's crazy to know, like, some people don't know about, like, Ian McCain. They know about all the, like, manga artists and stuff like that, but they don't know, like, Ian McCain. Like, to me, that's crazy.
Mm.
Ian McCain is, like, the reason why we have Star Wars and more books, you know? My guy's incredible. Incredible human.
Yeah, your microphone very bad.
Oh, my bad. Did I go away from it again?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It should be like very close. Yeah, it's important, like, and your sound should be loud enough, because people want to hear like good sound.
Yeah. Does it sound bad now?
No, okay, no, it's fine.
Yeah, so I'm trying to I'm just talking into my microphone right now. It's really like I have to be like right up on it.
Yeah, maybe like can like tape him to shoulder or something.
Take that down to your shoulder, dude. Yeah, I never do that. Oh, have you drawn with Donnelly yet?
Yeah. We did like already like 2 stream, I think. Yeah, we should. Yeah, so this, what I say, like, we like I see some other artists YouTubes. They sometimes make like 10 people together,
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we can do like this, yeah, like try to make like so like split screen and like 4 or 5 artists and like just drawing.
Going crazy.
And I think it can be, like, for example, can make like a thematical stream. For example, like drawing figures, like warm up practice of drawing figures.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like we're drawing together, and also some people who watch with us, they also drawing. So it's kind of became like online practice session kind of.
So then, what do you say we do that next time? Next time we're on here together, we can do like a figure session.
Yeah, let's do. Yeah, like Pose Maniacs and something like this.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
I'm so about it, man.
So yeah, well, I will look. I think like, so if we want to make like more than 2 people, and it's definitely will be better if like, I will look how much it costs. It's not cheap. It's called like Stream Element or some. I think Stream Element. So it's like online streaming, like and it's make it very convenient to make like many people streaming together. Some kind of like how's this? Like a Skype? I forget.
Yeah. Well, let me know. Like, you don't have to do this by yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not an easy thing, man. You can all do it together.
Yeah. Okay. See. But also, do you like plan to draw like comic books, manga, or?
Yeah, so I'm actually working on a comic book right now as we speak. I put up a stream of me messing around with the character design.
Uh-huh.
He ended up looking like Albert Einstein, but it's all good. Like when I was excuse me, when I was looking at it, I was like, why does he look like Albert Einstein? Like kind of threw me for a loop. But yeah, so I actually have a comic book idea. Or let me take this back. It's a graphic novel. It's gonna be about 60 pages, 67 pages long.
Nice.
And it's in memory of my brother. It's for him. It's dedicated to him.
Nice. Cool. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about you,
So.
man?
Yeah.
You should do comic
Like.
books. I think you're looking great.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I kind of like. I wish. So now, at least for sure, I need to finish motorcycle book first. This year, for sure, it will be finished. And yeah, then I will make comic book. because it's just like I didn't expect it will be so complicated. It's like so many information you need to study with to make like proper motorcycle book.
And when you saying that, you're like, I'm tired of drawing motorcycles.
Yes.
You're like, I'm so tired of drawing motorcycles. I love motorcycles, but I'm tired of drawing motorcycles.
Yeah, and as far as also it's kind of uh, I wish to give up with this, but I find this why is cool training kind of to finish it. It will be like longest project which I work in so long time. I don't have any like money from it, or I'm not sure I will have enough money to compensate all time I spent for this book. But now I just like practice this ability to finish project.
Guessing it was how many motorcycles did you draw? You want me asking?
Yeah, so right now it's just like kind of like 4-page I need to finish right now, and so I will finish this 4-page. I will print in Amazon KDP. So I will like print. I will look kind of how it looks in the printed version. So it's kind of right now it will be kind of about like 150 pages of motorcycle anatomy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, and so it's already like almost like Scott Robertson book size, right? So I show you. So it will be like similar size, like how to draw Scott Robertson. It's like little smaller, like a little shorter. But this one, it's 200 pages. My final version will be 230, kind of about 230. Motorcycle.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, and I kind of, I thought I will like, it's okay, just making like a tutorial, just draw some like, explanation of like engine and stuff. But then I start to dig in. It's like, oh man, like if I want to make it properly, I need to really explain everything, but also make sure it's like also useful for artists, right? It's like it's not like mechanic manual.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of like takes so much time to research all this information. Like right now, this like 4-page, it will take me at least 1 week, but maybe 2. Yeah. Because like
Killing.
yeah, it's great, and so mostly it's like this anatomy part is complicated because it's very easy to make mistake. Like I explain some details. I say like, okay, this is engine, this is this detail, that detail, and then after 1 month, it's like, oh man, it's like it's a nonsense. It's like if somebody who really understands motorcycles, he will look at this like, what's this guy talking about? It's like it's absolutely like just bullshit kind of, right? So I need to redraw, I need to fix everything, and then I start like, okay, I don't want after 1 month to find out I make it wrong. I need to double check everything faster. So it's take like longer time because you need to kind of verify, double check. So and it's interesting experience. It's like it's definitely like I improve a lot. Just kind of I like this idea. You understand what I mean? Is like it's a difference between like amateur and professional. It's attention to details.
Got you.
So it's like not being like a sloppy, and it's just, oh, it's okay, it's kind of fine, right? And it's for us artists like who drawing, it's so tempting. We like we easy can hide in like our like when we lack of knowledge something, right? Like anatomy or something, you can put it in the shadow, you can like make like a shape or something.
Yeah, you can fake it.
Yeah, and like also when I was like art college, I was tried to switch from painting department to sculpture department, and I realize is like it's huge difference. And like if you see like how sculptures drawing and how painters drawing, painters they're like more loose, they're more sloppy, they're like all emotions, and sculptures they're very precise and they know anatomy much better, they drawing like more realistically and more careful with form, because when you sculpt you cannot hide your lack of knowledge of anatomy, for example, right?
Yeah.
It's just it's like always there, you cannot hide it, it's impossible.
If you ain't even hide nothing, sucker. That's right there, right in front of your face.
Так. So in any way, I think it's like it's also is good to have put yourself some time in this position when you really need to work on details like a crazy, when you really like spend a lot of time in yeah, it's kind of like I don't know, like details is not very precise word. It's how to say, like accuracy, yeah, accuracy probably.
Okay, I understand.
Because it's like
My
mhm.
uh-huh. I was explaining that to one of the kids that I think he's watching the stream right now. He's sick. Good kid, man. Good guy, man. Old guys with audio voice. And I think one of the biggest things that I've learned, and like if you want to get better at drawing, is doing projects. So like what you're doing with the motorcycle project
Mhm.
is probably so pivotal. You know what I mean? It's so good for your learning curve. It's gonna help you skyrocket everything else.
Yeah.
Like drawing, just to draw sometimes it's cool and it's fun, but sometimes you need something that's gonna push that level a little bit. So that's why I'm starting to get into just doing projects. And I gotta find some kind of something to do, a book or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I did this, like for example, like a murals when I work mural painter. I never did murals before, and here it's just like, okay, it's only artist job I can do right now, so I don't want to say no. I say like, okay, murals, so I will learn in the process, and it's like, when I hear like people say like my followers or some students like say like, I don't know how to draw. It's like I feel like awkward. I feel uncomfortable. But really, like you have no idea what is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's like insane. Like when it's like you go in somewhere public place, you need to draw like huge wall, and you feel like oh my god, like I'm not sure. Like no, I literally don't know what I'm doing. Like it feels like I will like just destroy their wall right now, and there are all these people watching, and my brain start to create and kind of like paranoia, kind of they're already like talking about me making jokes, it's like ha ha ha, look at this, he so like he say he's artist. Oh my god, no, it's so funny. Like in my brain, imagine like they make a video with me, like posting internet, and like everybody, like like all world laughing at me, say like this guy is a clown. Like he say he can draw, but he don't, he don't know like basic stuff.
He really don't know how to draw. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. That's how I felt with so I did my uh what is it, the banner for uh my unit in for basic training,
Hmm.
and we had to paint a mural. And brother, when I tell you, when I was first starting it and how I was so scared, first of all, scared of the drill sergeant, right? But second, it like the first 3 days, it looked like a big pile of slop.
Yes.
It didn't look it didn't look it didn't look like anything. And I was so scared because the drill sergeants were like, they got the paint for me, and they're like, Clark, we're gonna paint this, blah 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 blah. And I was like, Roger, drill sergeant, no problem. And I tell you what, man, I was so scared. But by the end of it, it was the best mural. I believe anyway, it was the best mural there. Like painted. And everybody
Nice.
was like, so a couple of guys that were actually in my unit. They went to the same unit that I was at in basic training, and they were like, "Dude, that mural was sick." And they were like, "We don't know who painted it." And I was like, "Yo, I was actually the guy that painted this for Alpha 215." You know what I mean? And they were like, "Oh, snap, for real?" And yeah, it's a cool feeling, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have so many times this like I did like already like 20 murals, and I have all this like 20 times, this experience when I like first day is like intimidating and it feels impossible. And then in the end you have this like whoa, like victory, like for people outside, like no, outside my head, right? For people from who watching all this, it looks like it's been easy for me. It's just guy drawing. Uh, so they just kind of assume I've been like drawing murals all my life or stuff like this, or it's just easy for me. But I was like draining, like I go home is like, it's kind of you can't sleep, but also it's like you feel like you want sleep. I don't know how to say. It's kind of like nervous. How to say like over um,
Yeah,
overload.
you're
Yeah.
pushing.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're pushing yourself.
Yeah, I've been like kind of like nervous overload kind of this, so it's like you've been like super exhausted, but you cannot sleep. So it's kind of crazy trap.
Yeah, man. I used to draw. A lot of people don't understand, like, tend to understand this, right? And I was one of those people, right? I didn't understand. I was like, I thought that it was like some kind of like quick fix, like a quick fix pill. Like, hey, man, I was like, maybe if I spoke to this artist, maybe I can get good. You know what I mean? Or maybe I can get, better than what I am.
Uh,
And the truth of the matter is like, no matter who you talk to, no matter, uh, no matter, no matter what courses you take, even if you're learning one on one directly, if you're not putting in the work behind it, then you're kind of just wasting time. Because at the end of the day, it really takes a lot of hard work, man. And people look at Kim Jong Un and they're like, man, that guy's like he's a god, and he's amazing. But like nobody understands like the amount of work that guy has done for his
yeah.
life. Like he's put in a lot of work. Like he's done drawing, drawing, drawing. When nobody was around and he's
Yeah.
not famous and he's in his room by himself, rage drawing, and he's just drawing and drawing, drawing. He's like, I don't care. I'm just gonna just draw and draw and draw. Like that's where it's built. It's built in those times.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, the students kind of, they all think about only like pretty side, right? They imagine like, oh, artist is like you see it, you make like masterpiece, and then it's like social life, when you go to exhibition, you're drinking wine, and it's like everybody photographing you, you're a celebrity, like, so like, oh, can I have your autograph, like, or like, will you marry me, can you draw me naked, this kind of what they imagine, right? When when in reality, like, actual what happened when you artist, and like before you get to this condition when you're a celebrity or something, right? It's like 99% is like you alone with the paper. And it's like there is no kind of emotional support for you. There will be no like your guys like who will like, like put hand over your shoulder and say like, hey man, I'm here for you, so you can draw like more comfortable. Here, I bring you some
If anything, I
beer.
always, if anything, I always got the opposite. I always got like, bro, you need to stop drawing and start doing something else with your life. Like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
trash.
yeah, exactly. So it's like,
You're garbage. You should stop drawing. Man.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like,
So
damn, like for real?
yeah, so it's like they imagine like you like a drawing and like world all like so moving around. You're like in a movie kind of about artists, right? But when in reality, it's like you rejecting world to make some drawings, right? Like your friends go to cinema, you say, "Oh, sorry, I'm drawing."
Yeah.
Like they're going like
And that's how,
bars and stuff. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah, they're going out the bars, hanging out, chilling and stuff, and you're just like, I gotta draw stuff. You're like, draw? What do you mean you gotta draw stuff?
Mm.
Like, yeah, I gotta draw some stuff in the house. What is this guy goofy, man? Like, why is he drawing something?
Yeah, it's like you're like a shy or what's wrong kind of with you, right? And then it's like, okay, it's like you don't understand, it's your problem. So, but this kind of sacrifice what kind of necessary. And then you start to make like artist friends, and it should be like, right, like we have this like best like environment for artists. It's environment where it's like peer artists, like a colleagues, kind of like everybody working, and you look at them and you see like, oh, he much better than me, so I should work more. So I think this kind of like best environment.
Yeah, man. And I think that's another like crazy thing is like when you're comparing yourself constantly with other people and you're like, oh man, I'm so garbage. Or, like this guy can draw so much better than me.
Mm.
Like you just go into these setbacks where you're just like, you know what? I don't even think I'm gonna draw anymore. Sometimes you just have to pass.
But
Really,
I find the remedy for this. I'm really like I know how to fix this. You know what secret?
draw me.
No, I think like, yeah, I mean eventually, yeah, when you will become like really good, you kind of don't care about this anymore. But actually, I think like this kind of so like envy or stress, right? It's happened because like people, instead of thinking about uh, goal, like what you drawing for, thinking about how they perceived, like it's kind of personal thing instead of professional. So, and I see it a lot, and it's kind of like really like uh, it's absolutely wrong for artists, and like we always tend to fall into it, like make it like some kind of personal, like, oh, if I draw in good pictures, then I kind of like a high status or a good person. But it's a wrong focus, because real artist, like when you really make a good work, is only when you think about what you want to say, what you want to show. You think like you kind of like you more work from position of care of a audience or people, you know, like for example, like uh okay, like for example, like my mother sing songs for me in the childhood, right? So and this kind of like famous song, and like this song been sung sing by very famous like top level singers. You know, you can find like kind of super high level professional singing it on a stage, but without kind of exaggeration. I mean, I'm not being like subjective here. I'm sure I'm objective, you know, just honestly looking at it. My mother sing better.
Oh, wow.
Not just because she my mother, but you know, I realize why. Yeah, she really like have talent. She cannot perform on stage because you know oh, I don't know, it just happens this. But uh, what is the main difference is like when I see and hear all these professional people singing this song, they just making it kind of for a money, you know, it's just some kind of job. But she, it's like it's a very archetypical, it's very important like setting of like mother singing for a child. You know, right? Like what I mean, right?
That's pretty deep.
So it's like, or imagine like one more example, like more like man style is like war song, right? Imagine like you sing like battle hymn. It's like, you know, it's like we will die today kind of, you know, but that's it. Like there is no other thing to do right now, right? Like it's only what we're here for is to go and fight, kind of this, right? And when you really mean it, it's different than it's just some guys singing it in the club.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
So this is art. So it's like it's very, very core of art. It's the purpose. It's like what is for. It's not much about like how it looks, who is doing it, and like who cares? Who are you? You kind of like more than that. You are losing yourself in the moment when you making real art. It's not you anymore. You kind of like this like immortal thing, this kind of like ancient huge thing, you know, like a mother singing for a child, you know, it's bigger than you. You kind of
It
became like
becomes pure expression.
you, yeah, you kind of like you kind of connect to it and disappear. It's not you, like it's not your ID anymore. You kind of connected to some big history, right?
Yeah, it's not. It becomes pure expression.
So and now you see what happened, right? So like every time when we are like being so kind of like cheap and egoistic, kind of shallow, make it all about ourselves. It's kind of like I understand like practically in a moment, kind of like when you're making money, kind of daily stuff, it's fine. But if you really like want to make like a real art work, right? It's a wrong direction. So real like artwork, real focus is when you think like, okay, why I'm doing it and for who? Is like what kind of what type of like uh, energy I want to be connected to. So it's like mother care of her children, or is like shaman kind of, you know, or it's like a prophet or a priest, or um, or kind of like a sage, right? Like you're sharing wisdom, or a teacher. Teacher is also archetype, right? So instead of kind of making it about yourself, you kind of serving archetype of a teacher. So it's like, what should I do to make it right? and this is kind of all your focus, like, and or if like artwork, so there is like all this lineage of great artists, and you kind of want to kind of I don't know how to say, it's kind of summon
Spirit with purpose.
this spirit, summon this like magic which exists inside this sphere of this like whole art community, like, which is like include whole art history, you know.
hmm I'm starting to find the wisdom drawing for other people. Like when the guys in my Discord, when they asked me the tips and stuff like that, at first I was kind of like, why are they asking me this? Because like I'm not qualified to do this. I don't. I shouldn't be teaching anybody how to draw because there's other people out there that are better than me. But now, like when help them, I feel like I'm in a service to them. I'm like, okay, if I if I don't know the like if I don't know the knowledge, I won't teach it. But if I know it, I can at least like try to pass on and help. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be honest, I started to feel more a fulfilling connection with my art.
Yeah, because
hmm
yeah, because
you're
yeah,
helping
sorry.
somebody else.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
it's all good.
yeah. Yeah, because I mean, also it's interesting is like how it works. It's not something which came from your reason. It's always been, and you choose to get into it. So, like, interesting trick here, right? It's not like you're as mother or father, you find a reason to care kind of your children. No, it's like you say like, okay, it's just the way I want it to be, right? So I don't need to explain myself why should I take care of my children. I just want it to be this way. That's it. So same kind of like a teacher kind of, what is a teacher role kind of, what you kind of research, explore, kind of look yourself. So like what a real teacher kind of should do, and then you just make it be this way without kind of looking like why it should work for you or why you should do this. No, you choose, you want it, kind of working on it, and you're working on it like to kind of like represent this image as much as you can.
Exactly. I'm finding a lot of joy and fulfillment helping people, helping my fellow artists and stuff, and it's starting to feel really good, man. Giving me like a purpose. I mean.
You know, also
I
it
think
was
that's how it should be.
yeah, sorry.
No, I think that's what it should be, man. Like, especially the young people that are coming up, man. Like, sometimes they don't have anybody. Sometimes they need help.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't have anybody growing up.
it's also interesting, this kind of trope, which kind of told about like how much like real world is so connected with like fiction, you know, with the stories. You know, this trope when a character, like a main hero, he's like a very, very lost. It's kind of like, oh shit, like my life's so bad, like I lost myself, like I don't know, like self-esteem very bad and everything, and like horrible. But then he trying to do something constructive, and he figure out there is some people who also in trouble, and when he helps them, he kind of like is not, like, you know, when you like help others, is you are not telling them like how bad you feel, right? So, and they have no idea, so they're like saying like, oh, this guy, like he's so happy kind of, and you say like, okay, yeah, I don't want to kind of like explain you, right, like how unhappy I am or stuff, right? uh, I will pretend like really everything fine, but just as much as my contribution doing the right thing for you. And yeah, just kind of interesting.
Yeah,
of-
I think that's really cool, man. Especially because like I said, people sometimes need that, man. Sometimes people need that help, they need that wisdom, they need that guidance. And if the way I see it is, if they're willing to look at you for the guidance and for the help, then they're worth giving the help and the guidance to. You know, because they see something within you, and you have to see it within yourself. And that's one of the things I've been learning a lot through the people that have been following me in my pages and giving me feedback and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I'm starting to learn something. And one of the things that I'm learning is like, if people are willing to ask me for advice, that means that they're willing to trust me.
Mhm,
You know what I
mhm.
mean? So that's why I'm like, you know what? I really wanted to start giving back to people for sure, as much as I can. I used to just hold everything in and just be like, nah, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not, no, 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 no. Like, it's different. A lot different. Besides, man, there's way too many, like, I'm not trying to be mean or cool, but there's a lot of artists on here that are just not good people. And you come across them, you'll come across an artist where you're just like, man, that's all I did was ask this guy a question. He blew me off, or you know, I mean, maybe if they're like, business and not blowing me off, or they'll send like a rude message or something stupid like that. And you're like, well, you didn't have to respond. Like I just kind of learn. You know what I mean? Or they say like they put like a quote, like not a quote, but like a story where they're trying to talk crap about you without saying it. You know what I mean? I had that happen to me before, so I would never work with an artist. I'm not gonna say the name, but if there was an opportunity, and he's a pretty well known artist. Um, if there was not ever an opportunity where me and him cross paths, and they're like, "Yo, would you want to work with such and such?" I'm like, "No, no good,
Hmm.
no good." You never know who you're gonna meet, man. So be polite.
Oh, interesting.
Team, you are amazing.
Huh? Sorry.
You are amazing at something.
Ah,
So I'm my Discord. We're doing a 30-day training for it's just pure sketchbook stuff, and all I'm doing is perspective draws, like how you're drawing right now.
oh, cool.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Так, no, I just think it's head here. Yeah, I like your Spider-Man drawing. Is so cool. This illustration. So I'm trying to make some Spider-Man.
That Spider-Man drawing took me like, I don't know, like 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. Because I was like rushing. I
Oh,
shouldn't have rushed it.
oh, this looks good. You should draw more Spider-Man. Make it like a series.
Yeah.
It's like 20 drawings or 10. Can make like a art book print with Spider-Man or something. Yeah, and right now it's kind of easy to make art books on Amazon.
Yep.
So it's like
I would like
if
to
you
collab with you on a book opportunity one day, man.
on a
I
book.
think me,
Hmm.
yeah, I think me and you doing a comic book one day. Like I'll
Oh,
do the characters, you do the backgrounds or whatever. Like I think that would be so dope.
oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Let me know. Yeah, kind of. You
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
I've been like, I've been working like sometimes like professionally drawing comic books, but it's kind of weird. I don't know, for some weird reason. All my comic book jobs being failed, kind of like my first job. They never pay me, and it's never been printed. Then some other like, always is kind of case when somebody write you, say like, hey, I have idea for a comic book, like, let's draw together, kind of. I say, okay, let's draw. you know and yeah, now I know is like, only who I will work is only people like who really have a complete story. So it's not, I don't want kind of like sit and make all these drawings and help you figure out what is your story about.
Yeah, yeah, no. So I have a few books that I'm gonna draw. So the one that I'm actually working on right now is like I'm gonna do it myself because I have a vision for it, like a specific kind of vision.
Hmm.
Um, and then I also have another book that's like a specific kind of vision. And then after that, I do have a couple ideas. It's like a sci-fi idea, and I think your style would fit perfectly with it.
Oh, nice.
Um, especially like your background style. And I'm really serious about this. I'm really serious about taking this whole
Cool.
thing to the next level.
No, I mean, yeah, I
And
mean, not you exactly. I mean, just in general.
yeah,
Kind
no,
of
no,
like,
I know you mean.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
like,
yeah. I know you're not talking about me
yeah,
because
it's cool.
there's a lot of crazy people out there, man. So I had a good friend who wanted me to design a bunch of stuff, right? And I did it, and he paid me the money. He loved the design initially. He was like, "Oh man, I love it, I love it." And I was like, "Are you sure?" Because I was like, "Look, I did. There's a bunch of them, right? There's a
Hmm.
bunch of these drawings, and I'm gonna give you all of them, right? I'm gonna give you all of them. You wanted a very specific one, right? But I gave you. I not only did I do them, do exactly what you asked me, but I did more, right? And I did more for this simple reason, right? And I showed him all of the drawings, and he's like, "Oh man, all these are crazy, right?" He loved it.
Hmm.
Now he wanted to make that his logo, whatever. And I charged him. He's because he's my buddy. I charged him, $100. Really something stupid, right? It was real cheap. I did all the work, and then
Hmm.
his wife didn't like the drawing. So I was like, all right, well, there's 15 other drawings that you can
Hmm.
choose from. You know what I mean? Like choose one of those. And she was like, no, we want a refund. I'm like, I spent so much time doing
Hmm.
all of these drawings for you now to ask me for a refund because your wife doesn't like it. You know what I mean? And it's
Ah,
not like they
yeah,
were bad. And I was like, first off, I was like, I'm not refunding you. I was like,
yeah,
you're out of your mind. Like I've worked
yeah, yeah, yeah.
two
No,
weeks straight.
it's unethical. It's unethical because, like, if it's a wife who order, then she should talk with you from beginning, right?
That's what I'm saying. And no, but that's the thing
Mm.
is, me and her were talking, and she was one of the people. Oh my God, this is amazing! Oh, this is gonna be so cool! I'm so excited! I'm happy! Blah blah blah. Blah.
Mm.
And then out of nowhere, it was just like I sent them over. I sent it over to them. It was done, and they looked at it and they both liked it, and they were like, "Oh, this is amazing!
Mm.
Yeah, send it over." As soon as I sent it over, the wife was like, I don't like it." I think that they were trying to rob me. To be honest with you, and they're supposed to be my friends. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, man, that's why I don't like doing work for friends like that. Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I have like, we always have this kind of like disappointing and like traitor story with a drawing, which like really is like one of my one of my previous project, like very recent. I was working with one place, very cool. I was so excited. Like I like whole months I've been drawing, you know, kind of like it's my fault. Partially it's my fault because nobody asked me to do so much work. You know, I just want to make like this effort, do extra work. But it's kind of like our agreement from beginning was like there one like kind of poster from me and mural, right? So and they kind of like when we meet, it's been like so like a huge shows like, oh, we're seeing your work, like our boss love your work, like we all love your work, it's so amazing, like so we want you make mural for us and blah blah blah. And I say okay, and say like, oh, can you also make this poster for us? So okay, so and I take, because IS place is really fantastic, I take it very seriously. So I say okay, I made like a huge research, you know, like I don't know, like I draw like about like 15 finished drawings, you know, like very detailed, and like hundreds of composition sketches, you know. It's like it's freaking like huge work. Like nobody will like it. First of all, it will hard to find anyone, and they will never find anyone who will do same stuff as I did, you know. Like I have experience, I have like this artistic vision, like from my all my world travel, all stuff, you know. So I know what I'm doing, and I know like they will never find anyone like this. And I did all this for free, right? So and I did some like kind of like example sketches, all stuff. So like, oh, let's maybe this kind of we can use for a poster, like for you been asking, right? After months of drawing, right? And like after like one day have email replies, they kind of like we have like also other artists, we are waiting kind of his results so we can choose later. It's like, what the fuck, like other artists? I mean, who can like, I say this guys like clearly don't understand like what happened, kind of, right? Like I mean, I was like so kind of like really, and like now I understand it's also is you know, like I have reason to be angry, but also is like I should be smarter, kind of, you know. I should kind of manage process better, right? Because like I should to see they're not so smart, and don't kind of expect so much from them. Because like I don't think in this case they're not tricky, they just being kind of like ignorant, you know.
Yeah, for real, man.
But I saw, I went to their office and I was like, and I've been like rude, I say like, you know, you think I'm idiot, kind of, I don't want to work with you anymore. And after this I feel very bad, you know, even like I'm right, you know, like I can prove kind of I'm right, and some people will agree with me, say like, yeah, totally right. But for kind of like, I don't know how to say, but some kind of like for God or for my soul or for my inner child or for art spirit, kind of something, you know, something inside me was very unhappy because I really want to make this project. So, and I think like if I more kind of grown up and smarter in this situation, I will be more diplomatic, kind of. And I say, okay, no problem, like kind of let's finish this thing. It's just, no, it's an interesting experience, kind of, and because it's kind of made me kind of frustrated for a very long time, and I kind of um, I'm lost a lot of opportunity with this case.
That sucks.
Yeah. So it's kind of like this. social skills or like emotional intellect, yeah, it's kind of important. It's very helpful.
Yeah, it is very important. It's very important, but at the same time too, it's very important to not let people take advantage of you and your skills.
Yeah, yeah, it's
I
like
think that's
you should be care yourself. Yeah, but like in this case, they're just not professional, and me as being professional, I should be like take control in the situation. Yeah. Так, so so you want to make more details, or what are you doing? Animation?
you need do an animation now. I'm actually reshaping. It's kind of wrong. I've drawn Sonic the Hedgehog more times than I can count.
Interesting.
And I've drawn it so many times.
Oh,
So,
wait,
like, when things
change
are off,
for right
I
hand.
can see it. And every one of my sketch pictures, I used to have a lot of them. There's at least 10 Sonic pages. Sonic villains. And, I don't know. He's easy to draw, man, and I was obsessed with him as a kid. Like, I don't know. Maybe I have like autism or something. Like, I love Sonic the Hedgehog, man. There's such a really cool design characters. I love speedsters. Like the Flash is my favorite character in DC. Quicksilver is my favorite in the MCU.
Yeah, this microphone is ridiculous. You have right now.
Sorry. Or you know what? Let me see if my one microphone is charged right now.
Yeah, first microphone was perfect.
I'll push it.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
where's this? Almost shit myself.
I'm sorry, man. Hold on, let me now I gotta turn it down. Hold on. So I got a nice healthy beard like you do. So I
Oh,
have to I connected it to my beard.
yeah, it's that's a
It's
cool
it's
hack.
clipped into my beard.
Yeah, now sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you better really like always look for this audio mixer. So like it's kind of like you need to have it on a screen so you can see like how loud your voice. Because sometimes you don't aware like maybe for a couple hours you talk very quiet, and then will be so disappointing to find out.
Yeah, you're like blasting them with a bunch of and people are like, where did that come from? Am I too loud still? All right. Gene, how does that sound? Am I too loud still? I'm
No,
turning
now
it
it's
down.
good. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah, so,
perfect? Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, so you say one of your story you plan make sci-fi, and you like Heinlein, right? You like this,
Highline.
yeah, Starship Troopers.
Yeah, Starship Troopers, man.
Nice.
I love Starship Troopers. You ever read that book?
Oh yeah. Like this, recently, like a year ago. Or
Oh
two.
man, that Starship Troopers played a big role in my life, man. A major role growing up as a kid, man. Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that
great.
movie. I think I had a crush on the one girl, so I think that's another reason why.
But you like, what do you think about movie and a book? Like, it doesn't like, I don't
Oh,
know.
it doesn't match up at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I read the book first.
Uh-huh.
I mean I watched the movie first. So when people like
Movie.
my buddy, yeah, my buddy was like, "Yo, you need to watch if you like the book. I mean, if you like the movie, you're going to love the book way better." And I was like, "Nah." He was like, "I'm telling you, trust me, you're going to like the book way better than you're going to like the movie." So he planted that in my brain. And it was like for almost like 4 years, he planted that in my brain, in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll be honest, I didn't want to ruin the book. I mean the movie.
Uh-huh.
Like I was like, I don't want to ruin this movie. And then after a while, I said, you know what, man? All right. I was like, all right, I went under this kick. I'm like, all right, I want to start reading books a little bit more often. I think it's important to start reading. So let me find a book that I'm interested in. And I was like, I remember when my boy was like, yo, Starship Troopers. So then I was like, all right, let me read the book. I read the book, man. The book is way better than the movies.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
more, it's so realistic.
But it's kind of like, I don't know. It feels like they're even like somehow opposite message there.
Yeah. So the book is like very propaganda,
Mm-hmm. No, it's like
and
yeah, it's like Roman kind of vibes, right? Say like, so here's we are like kind of fighting for our house, for our values, for our civilization, kind of. And then it's like movie is a mockery, is like hippie kind of mockery of original book.
yeah. So it's they have some elements of the book in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of it is not in there, and it's for good reason too, because like the book itself was kind of like one of those things where it was too violent because the way that all right, so the guy that made the book, he made it with the intention of showing like how bad war is,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he did it as a journal. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? As a journal of a soldier who was going through the shit. And that journal is actually the reason why I journaled when I was overseas. It was from that book. But the movie, it was just kind of like I guess it was like a watered down version of that. You know what I mean? And it had really nothing to do with uh, the book at all, but it had some elements of it. But
Yeah.
the movie, man, the movie was no joke.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. I mean, they just make it more like Dune kind of. Yeah, put some kind of like Dune elements. I guess it was like a fashion this period in Hollywood. Everybody want to make sci-fi little like a Dune. So they're like some kind of magic people appear. I don't remember. In the book, I think it was nothing about this kind of like spiritual magic.
No, but they were fighting a completely different kind of enemy in the book. Like the enemy that they were fighting in the book was like wild. They're fighting the thing called the skinnies, which we were calling at the time we were calling Somali skinnies because we were like at war with Somalia. So that was kind of like offensive to the Somali population, you know what I mean? And yeah, it was, it was oh my gosh. That was kind of like offensive to them, and so that was another reason why they didn't like put that in the book or whatever.
Ah, really? So I mean,
And
you
then
mean it was in a book like Somali skin?
yeah, so they were describing the aliens. So the aliens in the book, like how in the movie there are just the big bug things.
Yeah.
So in the book, there's actually a group of humanoid aliens, and they're called the Skinnies, and they're just like humans, and they live in villages, and um, pretty much that's who the humans are fighting. They're fighting like these humans, like human-esque bug things, and the big tarantula things that are running around. Those things are also in the book, but they're more or less like just animals that live on the planet. And those animals, they are all the big bugs. They're controlled by the skinnies, so the skinnies actually use them to fight, and they also have like plasma rifles and all this stuff. But it's one of those things where it was like I guess we didn't have the technology to do it. You know what I mean? To make it that cool. So, but I think and then so like the infantrymen that fought, they were kind of like how you say this, like Gears of War. They had these big suits that were like mechanized and
yeah, it seems Gears of War is closer to a book than a movie. Interesting. Yeah, and in the movies they definitely make it like Pearl Harbor thing, right? Like this insects, they're like, they're being like attacking from far away, so they need to move there to, yeah, definitely like Pearl Harbor scenario. At least that's how it seems for me when I watch.
Like it seemed like a Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it's like kind of like because it was also in Hollywood, right? It was period like Vietnam, and also they've been like resentment and all this like about nuclear war, which is immediately about Japan, kind of, right? So kind of because communists and hippies, they've always forcing this narrative, say like, hey, like America been like using nukes and stuff, you know, and kind of like we're glad at least like Soviet Union not destroy planet testing their nukes.
Oh man,
Somehow it's like we are lucky, kind of.
dude, the Tsar bomb, bro. Oh my god, dude,
Yeah, it's like,
that is terrifying.
I mean, like, yeah, like I can imagine like how people live this time, like in America or all worlds. Like this dude's like Khrushchev. Oh my god, he's like fucking
You know what?
idiot.
Show I seen that really like scared the living dog crap out of me, man. It was
Uh-huh.
Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, that's very real. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That show scared me, man.
yeah.
I remember when that happened when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Same. It's very close to my hometown. It's Chernobyl is like in our region, southwest. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here, I'm here.
Yeah. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Chernobyl was terrifying, man. Like that show. Oh man, that show scared me.
Well, what exactly is like negligence of communists?
Yeah, it was a negligence, but it was also the effect that it had on the people, right? And but how they just try to deny it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
and then I grew up where I grew up, like 15 minutes away. There's a power plant like that, a nuclear power plant. So, uh, like seeing that show just made me like, oh my god, what if that one ever blew up that's close to me? You know what I mean? Like I'd be done for.
Yeah, for sure. But like you know, the thing is, Chernobyl is kind of what is the most kind of important main thing about this. It's Chernobyl is not about nuclear plant. It's about what is regime actually is. So it is Soviet Union. Soviet Union, it's Chernobyl. Soviet Union, it's all this like biology weapon being produced. You know, all this like war in Afghanistan, like Vietnam, China, like culture revolution in China. This also Soviet Union. So I think for myself, this what kind of perspective I think is most important here. So it's kind of like main threat because like these people, they will turn everything into catastrophe, whatever, you know, like they will have car, okay, they will like slam this car over children, you know, it's a communist. That's what they do.
You just broke up. I can't hear you anymore, man.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yep, I hear you now.
Yeah, so and like right now, you know, like it's interesting, you know, it's just kind of again you know, when we kind of like we have this like animal farm psychology kind of people in general, right? Because this kind of society it's a fenced community. So like you say cushy, right? But in general, right, like if we look, it's kind of fence how I forget how it's in English, but it's like you're living inside guarded place, right? So in being inside this safe area, we are tend to maybe like avoid certain discomfortable or unsafe kind of facts. Let's say.
Yeah.
And one of these is just like every communist or every socialist since beginning, right? they never cease of destroying everything around. Never. They never stop. You know, it's like this, like Terminator in a movie. Like you never stop. So, and all they do is like oppressing people, like destroying people and destroying nature. And if like you just like make little research, like real research about China, there's like constant Chernobyls, like every year, you know. We just don't know about them. And you know, like floods over like some kind of danger facilities, like earthquake destroying plants, some chemical leakage. It's freaking insane. And when you just like put all them together, it's look like, oh, I wish I don't know this, you know.
It's
And
kind of like COVID, man.
yeah, it's just one thing. And so communist regime, it's a factory of catastrophe. This is what I say, you know. It's a this is their product. It's a Chernobyl catastrophe. This is what they're really doing well, doing the best. Is destroying world.
Oh my god, that's crazy, yo.
So it's kind of uncomfortable. True, like people don't want to think, like because like you know, people at home they don't want to think about this, and the businesses they don't want to think about this because then you need to think about other stuff, not money and profit, right? So, but actually, it should be in kind of in a structure of your world vision anyway. If we want to be kind of like adults, kind of, and see world as it is.
Hmm.
So we can only expect they will do so. Like again, like with Taiwan, right? Like China, like at least like 2 times every year, like making like major threat to start invasion of Taiwan, you know. And it's like
Oh my
happen.
god, dude.
It's happened like I don't know, like kind of since Communist Party, like like since China became like kind of stable enough, right? Like in the beginning they've been like starving, but just once they start to have enough food, they start to kind of like put pressure on Taiwan, like press Taiwan out of United Nations, like uh, conspire all world against Taiwan to kind of so it don't have like a legal status in the many countries, you know, which is weird. It's like Taiwan, like ID, like with Taiwan ID, I can go every country, you know, like all best countries, I can go with Taiwan ID. With a Chinese ID, it's much less countries you can travel.
Yeah. Do you think that I'm gonna be honest, man? I wouldn't be surprised if they did eventually come into Taiwan. It's gonna happen one day.
No, I mean like after,
It's,
I believe like you know if Putin take Ukraine, it should happen like 2022. China was ready, but because Putin stuck it, because they're fucking cowards, you know, communists, in China especially, they kind of they afraid lost their status, their I don't know how to say, you know, their benefits. They,
yeah,
you kind of you're not ready to fight if you're afraid to lose your comfort, right? And
yeah,
China smart enough to understand this. So because I believe like there at any moment Korea and Japan they're ready to engage. So like if we don't know like kind of how it happened, like because you know like your government change in America and stuff, but I think Japan like always having this like very clear. If China go to Taiwan, Japan will kind of engage. So and
I think that's bound to happen, man.
I
Unfortunately, man.
uh,
Kostiki Ban. Hopefully, I said that right. What's going on?
Caustic Bond is my brother. Yeah. Hello.
Oh, your brother.
Yeah.
What's
Uh,
going on, Jeans, brother? How you doing?
and Christian Novichki. Thank you for feedback. So he say like my videos about Itokazu Taiga. Yeah, maybe I will do more with him, but yeah, I will see if I have some reference. Actually, I think it's good to make videos like just like this, like practice drawing figures with the boxes, shapes, and the like final rendering, some kind of like final line art. Yeah. So, and I mean, like, why I'm telling this about China is, I mean, it's just, can you imagine, right? Like, you are being constantly like people like live in Taiwan and they hear it all the time, and like at least like once a year, you really believe it. At least once a year, you really believe like China right now going to engage, right? So, and what I was, why I was saying this?
My bad. What did you say? I was getting a popsicle.
Yeah. So I mean, um, yeah, like I was talking about like China, like in general, like as a constant threat to whole planet. Like I mean,
Oh yeah,
realistically.
no, I heard all that.
Yeah, and same like say like China also real threat for Taiwan, right? So you being aware of it, but it's not something you want to think all the time. It's not like something like you want to think about in the morning or when you take your children to school, right? Because like you will not send them to school if you think that China will attack this day, right? So it's interesting to see how people kind of learn to um, kind of you being aware of it and at the same time you don't think about it.
Yep.
Yeah, but I should prepare more actually, you know. I did already. I went to like first aid course, like how to stop bleeding, and I have like also like I met one friend, Marine. He like U.S. Marine. He was Abrams pilot. I tell you before, so like he was Abrams tank pilot or high school driver in Iraq.
Mm.
So and he kind of like makes this like oh, he worked in a BB gun club kind of in Taiwan because you cannot shoot real guns in Taiwan. Which is weird. And
That's right. They have really strict gun laws there, right?
yeah, and yeah, so I learned from him this kind of just like basic idea of you know like safety with the guns, like how to work with the BB guns, like just some very basic stuff. So at least I know how to not shoot myself or my friends accidentally.
Yeah, that would be very important, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm so tired of guns.
uh,
All I did was use guns, man. Learn how to fight with guns, manage guns. I could take guns out, take it apart, and put them back together in my sleep. That's what happens when you're in a scout.
yeah, it's like a lot of like routine with the maintenance, right?
I might have to color this ball now. That's true.
Anyway, yeah, I should be more prepared actually, like have some kind of like, yeah, like backpack with emergency.
Like a bug out.
Hmm?
Like a bug out bag.
Yeah, I have like this instruction from government, like put some water, first aid kit. It's like a very emergency bag. I don't know what's
Yeah, it's called a bug out bag.
called. Bag out bag.
Excuse me.
Oh, cool! We make colors now. Nice. So you make overlay for colors.
And now I usually do multiply. I'm just messing around right now. It's too dark. So I'm new to this program, and I'm used to drawing on the iPad.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Like, I know how all the layer modes work, but I don't know like some of these brushes. Like these brushes are kind of lame. So I'm just trying to figure out how to like use them in painting and like how do I get them to like make them clean. So right now that's the reason why I've been taking my time with this drawing, because I really don't know any of the brushes and how they're working.
Yeah, right
Otherwise,
now
I'd have this drawing done.
Right now I like to use pencil for inking in Clip Studio. So it's like inking, but it's a pencil actually.
This is my first time using this.
Also, like I've been like watching around, like going on YouTube, and there's sometimes like different stream artists or just like a drawing in Clip Studio, and I look what kind of brush they use. Because kind of it's too many brush. It's kind of hard to kind of get accustomed to them.
Let's see. Copy mask. Clip to layer below. Merge. Okay, there we go.
Have you read or I don't know Foundation?
Foundation, no.
This book very cool, really interesting.
No, I've never read that.
They made
what is it about?
Okay, it's like it's like huge like empire in a space, let's say like future Earth empire on a world, right? So it's like multi-galaxy empire, and it's like super advanced, a lot of knowledge, high culture, like it's all amazing. But there is one dude, he calculated, he say it's already like declaying. So it's like right now like history in the phase when empire is going to collapse. So from now on, empire are only going to point where it will be destroyed, right? So and you cannot stop it. So, and this guy, like this kind of super genius, he figure out like how you can like preserve, so like take some knowledge, take some culture, and put people on some faraway planet far from this empire, so they can preserve this culture, and after they can reclaim it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, very interesting. So they kind of move to
Yeah.
far away planet with all this like knowledge, technology, all this stuff, and they need to survive. So all kind of task is to survive, to keep for future generations, and so, and it should be like kind of like 5 or 10 generations, something like this. So, and he in interesting kind of there describing like about how it can be done to make people keep culture for future, and like, and they're already like in this planet they keep technology and knowledge, but in empire it's already like collapsing, everybody fighting each other, then next generations inside empire became like barbaric, they don't remember anything, nobody have any kind of technology, and then these guys they kind of going back and take it back kind of for, so it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting.
Just don't watch series. They make like Netflix or something about this. I watched trailer and it's ridiculous. It's creepy. You can imagine.
You're losing your mind, bro. You're like, nah, I'm not with all this, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I haven't watched a good movie in a long time.
Yeah,
You got any good movies, man?
A lot, but they're all old movies. Like you can just like try to watch like Hitchcock. Have you watched like
Hitchcock was a good one.
Yeah, like a Psycho? Have you watched this? Psycho or Psycho? Then I don't know, like kind of like 80s and before 80s. It's like most of movies was good.
Yeah, man. Now you're talking my language.
Yeah.
Do you like what are you into like old horror movies? Or you, like what kind of like movies are you into?
In general, my favorite genre is like action and epic.
Yeah, Rambo movies, man.
Yeah, like even Alien. Like Alien, I don't think is a horror. It's just like Alien and Aliens.
Yep.
Just like a good sci-fi.
I've been obsessed with the Xenomorph. That was the first like art book that I've ever owned was H.R. Giger's book. Yeah, it was his book on the aliens that he designed.
You should watch documentary about Dune. Okay, I forgot name. Like you need to Google like Jodorowsky Dune or something like this. So originally, like movie Dune being kind of like planned to be made by Jodorowsky. It's I forget, he's like French or Italian, like movie director, and he's like crazy guy. Is like making like weirdest movies, like hard to watch because it's like I even don't know how to describe. It's kind of disgusting sometimes, But what is interesting about him, he was like planned to make like really like Star Wars kind of a movie, Dune, and it was I think before Star Wars, and you watch this documentary, it will blow your mind because
Mm.
Giger, Giger, for example, right? Giger, it was just some artist who have nothing to do with movies. It's
Yep.
it's Jodorowsky who connect him with the movie industry, and because Jodorowsky want to use him for movie Duna, Hollywood knows this artist, and also other director from movie Duna he make together with Giger, they make Alien. So it's because this movie Duna. So it's very interesting.
Dune was a really good movie, man.
It's kind of like it might be much crazier if really it's like if an original movie been done. So it's like David Lynch Duna, right? It's it's kind of like they give it to him. So original project should be directed by Jodorowsky, but they kind of take it from him and give to David Lynch, and even with this, they don't let him make it properly because you remember, like in the Dune, like last part of a movie been like very weird, very fast. They're just like blah, 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 finish.
Are you talking about the old movies or are you talking about the new ones?
You talk about new one. No, I talk about old with David Lynch.
The older ones, okay.
Yeah, old was very cool. Actually, old one was cool too. But anyway, you should check this documentary. It's very interesting. It's really kind of educational material. And like I don't like Jodorowsky, kind of like I don't like his movies. But this kind of case, like I don't like even Giger too. Like I see he's a good artist, but I don't like his work. It's kind of like
he's eccentric. He's
he's
a little out there.
It's just some kind of like you respect, but it's kind of little too far from your I don't know, taste or something. And
no, you're absolutely right, brother. When you got a guy like fucking, how you say, he's like, drawing an alien that looks like a penis. It's kind of like, you're a little weird, man.
like I mean, it's not just look like, it's all like kind of around this. He's like he know what he's doing. It's not accidental, kind of.
Oh, it's definitely not accidental. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, and like also Moebius is like he great artist. Like definitely respect him, but some stories
Moebius,
and kind of like I more prefer Miyazaki, kind of, right?
Miyazaki.
Yeah, like
Miyazaki, man, he's dope.
Yeah. So, what? Like I think like black metal Behemoth. Have you heard this Behemoth?
No, what was that?
So like black metal is like it's something like what I usually don't listen because it's very hard to listen. It's like something like this.
Oh, like heavy metal.
Yeah. Black metal is like a Scandinavian. They're just like some dude like screaming like a pig, like.
You're talking about like death metal.
It's little different. Like I don't know. I don't know exactly what is different, but it's different. Black metal, I think they're more like a shrieking, and the death metal more like kind of growling, like. So anyway, like I usually don't listen to this, right? But then um, it was a concert. These guys from Denmark, or yeah, probably Denmark. Like, from capital of this black metal kind of, some guys, Behemoth. They came to my hometown, and like conservatory, like we in a place where usually it's orchestra perform. And I said like, okay, let's try, just go to this black metal. And it was so good. It was so crazy. I was like, no way. It's like I never listened anything like so good quality before, and maybe still.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like they have all this noise, all this mess with the instruments, like blah, 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 blah. It's been like super organized and super clear. Like you have like all like drums, guitars, like all around you, like super 3D sound, like wow. And it's like
Whoa.
a shamanic kind of experience. These dudes like on a stage, and they're like not just doing their job, they're being like very like acting every minute, like super professional. And like like, and there's like crazy, so cool. And
That
still,
sounds crazy, man.
yeah, and still I cannot listen it in the headphones or something. It's just totally different. So maybe.
I don't.
Mhm,
It's
mhm.
it's hard for me to go to concerts, man. I wish I could go to concerts. I have like extreme social anxiety like that,
Mm.
where I can't go to concerts.
No, if I go, I always like little drink for this kind of, just like to little relax.
Yeah, I'm not a drinker, so.
Mm.
What's your drink? Vodka? Nah, let me not talk shit.
Depends. No, not much. Not much. It's just like I say, like only when it's necessary. Like when I know if it can be like kind of social. I forget how it's called.
Like a social setting?
Kind of like make you more easy to communicate. Like
Yeah.
like when I've been like all same like public events. But if I make like a teaching or like I have exhibition, I don't drink because I need to have like clear mind, and also I should be sober. It's not professional if I'm drunk.
Trying to teach all your students, you're like, well, this is how you draw a straight line.
Like, but kind of, be an artist is, you need to be a serious guy. It's
Like, yo, who is this guy? I am the guy that's gonna teach you how to draw. Nah, I don't get into alcohol at all. Alcohol's not my
yeah,
forte.
great. Yeah, it's the
Forte,
alcohol is
yes.
no good. Yeah, it's like damaging brain. So
Yeah, so when I get you down here with you and your girl, when I get you down here to the States, man, like unfortunately I'm not gonna be drinking.
no.
But
Mhm.
we'll be doing a lot of cool stuff.
Так, so okay, Christian Novichki asks. So he asked about like how about figures when we draw in boxes, right? So
Oh, so like, do you put your? Let me see.
so it's like
Yeah, you read this guy. You're not a
what?
real Russian artist because artists in Russia drink heavily.
Yeah. Yeah, I met this artist.
Yes, you actually use the perspective guides and 3D figures into Studio Paint. So I do, but I don't. It all depends. Honestly, it all depends on on how I feel. Like if I'm like stuck with like a weird perspective, uh, then I might do it. But other than that, like if usually if I can find the horizon line, if I'm like, okay, I know where the horizon line is, then I can just draw everything in that perspective, uh, or in that angle. But I will be honest with you. I draw boxes in perspective every day. So it's like a morning exercise and training. So I think that's why I don't use it as much when I'm actually drawing. But if I'm having trouble, I will definitely do boxes in perspective with the grid. I think it's really important. That is probably the most important step ever, is to just sit here and let me see and do these boxes, man, where you're just here like this all day, just goofing around. Like I'll do this all day long. Let's see. What is going on with these brushes? Yeah, I'm getting used to all these like these weird brushes, man. These brushes are so strange.
I always in the digital I have this kind of feeling. It's like everything weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, I like this one. This one's cool. All right, let's see. Delete that. Let's do this. So I like doing this exercise. This is a really fun exercise. A lot of I have a lot of guys that on my Discord. I have them do this a lot. Where I just take these random shapes, right? Take the basic random shapes. Sphere, cylinder, pyramid, and the cube, obviously. And what I'd like to do is so at first you just draw them just to like you just draw them, right? You're like, all right, I got this. And then what you do is you start to overlap them and put them in different places, because that way you can start to understand like the overlaps themselves actually mean something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because then you can start developing like 3D space in your mind. And then once you get that established, then you figure out, okay, let's do a horizon line, right? So the horizon line would be here, right? So like that would be a horizon line. And then everything that's below the horizon line, you'll see the top of it, right? So you'll see the top of all the objects. Obviously, you see the tops. And then anything above the horizon line, I'll just do that. You'll see below it. So it'll be like this.
Yeah, and I think also what is important is different artists, they doing it differently. You know, somebody just like drawing a lot of like how's it called, intuitive perspective boxes when you like Ryan Berry, you know, Nine Monkeys.
No.
Oh, just he's very cool. He draws this like super crazy mechs, kind of like robots. No, definitely you've seen his work like later. So he kind of like drawing a lot of like boxes in a space, and it's very interesting like how you can create space without perspective grid just by
Yep.
creating this like a distance.
Actually, this is how I got good at. I'm not gonna say good at perspective because
Mm.
you, I think, are like really good at perspective, right? This is how I got decent at perspective, where I'm like, okay, I can understand like where all these shapes need to go, and it's just by just fooling around and like pretending like, oh, okay, like this goes here,
Yeah, so because this
like
like
that.
just we need feeling of volume and space, and
Yep.
how you yourself how you choose to kind of practice this. It's it's kind of personal, like important. Just start to doing it a lot, and then you find what is your favorite daily kind of routine or like regular practice.
And the crazy thing is right, like at first I would just do this all day long. Like I have sketchbooks just full of these like weird shapes like this, where it's just like random random shapes. And my when I used to work from this tattoo artist, he used to say, "Oh, Richie's drawing dildos again," because this is all I would draw. I would draw a bunch of these random shapes, and I just fill pages and pages of this, right? But then after a while, I started to learn like I'm like, oh look, I'm building structures, right? So my structure started to get more and more complicated, and then next thing you know, like I'm just like, okay, well let me see if I can draw shape it into a person, and next thing you know, I'm developing my own mannequin. You know what I mean? You're like, oh,
Yeah,
okay, so then this goes here, and it's not perfect, by a long shot, but you start to develop my own mannequin, and it's yours. It's personal. It's yours. Like we all start with our like somebody else's stuff, but then eventually you create yours, and that's the beauty of like of this whole art thing.
yeah, and also if I don't know if I understand also the question kind of is there is a kind of a gap between doing some kind of isolate technique. So when we're drawing like only flat shapes, or when we only draw like boxes, or when we drawing like finish line art, they're kind of like isolate. But then in the process, you kind of combine them to create finished work, right? So it doesn't
Yep.
mean it's necessary to draw boxes every time, but if it helps you drawing them, right? And like in this if example kind of here, uh it's kind of maybe it's like help me just to see orientation. So it's like where is the top side or like left side. So per, it doesn't give me like silhouettes or proper lines because I don't have anatomy here, right? So if I want anatomy, I need to make like kind of I need to see it myself or I need to draw it again as a kind of like a bones and all this stuff with muscles over bones. So making boxes is not like solution or answer for every question. It's just about figuring out directions or like placement, like orientation. So what side we can see, like is the front or top.
Exactly. Yeah, this is definitely not the end all be all, right? But if you have this in your mind where you're like, okay, like I know how to do this, and then eventually when you start to master the basic shapes, right? You must start to master these shapes right here, and then you can start building stuff on it. Like you can be like, okay, well, I can build this weird structure that eventually could become like a robotic arm or something like that, and you kind of make this look like, oh, like like I can actually make this look like something like interesting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You have this thing happening here, and the next you know, you're drawing a figure. You know, because you're like, oh, okay, whatever. Yeah, like now I can draw these shapes in any direction. So that means I can draw these shapes in the shape of a figure, and then you can draw the figure in any direction, right? So it's like, next you know, you're finding an horizon line. Let's say, let's just do this one. I'll just do this, just cause. All right, and then you're like, okay, well, let me play with the perspective, and you draw your grid. You know what I mean? Let me see. Click. Sorry, grid. All right, let's lighten that up a little bit so that way we can see the drawing. And then pretty much what you're doing is you're just doing exactly what you did here. You know what I'm saying? You're just taking this same concept and then you're just applying it here. So let's draw. All right, so we have our points here. So let's do this.
So it's just kind of a random guy. So here kind of next time I will do like figure drawings from some kind of pose maniacs and stuff. And I find it's really interesting. It's how drawing people in a space or whatever. All this is very kind of compound of many different techniques. So if you're better with sketching, like doodling, it helping you to draw figures. Also, if your perspective is better, it's also helping. So all this, as much as every skill is better developed, it helps you to draw people. And like also kind of like visual memory for like clothes, anatomy, right? So when we kind of like have a struggle with drawing people, it's multiple problems. It's not about one thing. It's not like, oh, I need to better anatomy. Yeah, you kind of need better everything.
Yeah, it's definitely that. I remember I used to be like, oh my God, I'm terrible at drawing, like anatomy. So for the longest, I never would draw figures in a scene. I just had issues with drawing figures in a scene. I'm just like, you know what, I can't do it. So I became like a portrait artist for a little bit, where I was doing like these really realistic portraits, and I was kind of on that wave of like, oh, what are those people? You know, them people that like they're like very specific Pinterest kind of artists, where they find a Pinterest model and then they'll draw the cute little Pinterest model, and then they'll be like, like, oh, they'll stylize it and they'll make it their own. And I was doing that for a while, and then that got boring because I'm like, well, it's kind of lame. Like, I don't want to keep doing Pinterest models, like finding references. I just wanted to create my own stuff. And the next thing you know, like, I was like, you know what? I want to draw from my imagination, like Kim Jong-gi.
Yeah.
And I got caught up into this, start doing these boxes, and then I've been at it for a while.
Yeah, also sometimes this kind of dolls can help, but also think about using like 3D models or dolls.
You have 3D models.
It's my help, but problem with them is like how you integrate them in your pipeline. Like, do you really like every time you draw figure, you open 3D model? For myself, I find it's too kind of lame. Yeah, like I rather like more practice drawing people and then like drawing instinctively, kind of intuitively. But sometimes, like if you want to kind of, I don't know, some
What the hell I'm doing here?
complex angle, you can just observe figure to better understand what you want to draw. So I think for this case, it's really works. So you're not like kind of trying to copy it all, but you're just looking around and say, this kind of pose I want to draw. It just helps. Yes. So do you plan also invite Daniel to your lives?
What's up?
You like thinking about streaming with Daniel Donnelly?
Yeah, if he ever wants to,
Oh.
of course. It's been a long time since I've actually like interact with that guy.
Oh.
He's always doing one of his crazy ass comic books. His comic books are crazy, man.
Yeah, right now it's like
I think are like so violent.
he kind of
But
like
he's a soldier.
go and like unleash his creative force
His
right
fury.
now. Yeah, fury.
I'm gonna unleash my fury. As a matter of fact, let me see. Let me open. Let me open up one where I was doing this actually earlier.
Yeah. But do you know Daniel Warren Johnson?
No.
Nah. He became like trendy recently, like very famous.
Daniel Warren Johnson. Oh yeah, actually I know him. I spoke to him before.
Oh.
Let me look on TikTok real quick. Yeah, I actually spoke to him before. Yep, Daniel Warren Johnson. He did. Okay, no, I'm confusing him with somebody else. But yeah, I know exactly who this guy is. Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah.
I love his work, man.
And it's also sometimes like a lot of gore, kind of.
Yep. He's really gory, man. Where the hell did Kuma come from? I think it was here, maybe.
Einstein.
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 There he is, Einstein. I think I deleted it. Where the hell is he? Einstein. Can't believe this man made it in my comic book. I think I deleted the post where I was doing a bunch of these drawings like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, it
That's
was
weird.
just like we need to build our skills, and we will see how all this influence and improve our drawing. No matter what you draw, it just will kind of stacking. Oh, cool! Whoa! No, those turtles, badass. You know, in the childhood, I drew the Turtles comic book.
Oh, you can see the turtle drawing?
Yeah.
My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm trying to find the drawing, the little drawings that I was doing.
Oh, the turtles, so cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
Of course. I've been drawing like Turtles comic book in the childhood. Just forget where I put it.
Yo, I got to see some of your turtles, man. For sure, 100%. I got to see them. Gene, don't hold out on me, man. I got to see this, man.
Okay, fine. Yeah. But I was in a school, kind of. I don't even know what year. I was like 9 years old, maybe. Can you see it?
Wait, let me see. Yo, that's sick. Dude, that's so sick. How old were you?
I don't know, like 9 or 8 or 10. And it's like so.
Wow.
Oh, so it's like a Splinter.
Dude, that's a full comic, dude. That's crazy. Oh, The Simpsons. Oh man, that's so dope. Yo,
Yeah,
Splinter.
It's like there's like say, hey, why did Michelangelo eat all food? I say go buy some pizza. And yeah, we're seeing like April.
Bro, that is so gnarly, man. Yo, you got the Turtle Mobile too?
Yeah,
That is sick.
Yeah, look, so epic accidents here.
Bro, for 9 years old, you were fucking killing it, man.
There's people draw much better at 9 years old. And there's
I don't. Whoa, yeah, the Turtlemobile, bro. That is so sick. That is so sick, man. Yo, you were drawing that at 9? At 9 years old, I was not drawing vehicles like that. There's no way.
Oh. No, and I have like many, like I've been drawing like Jurassic Park, Star Wars, crazy. I've been drawing a lot, and then like about this age. So this one is like one of my last comic books in the childhood, and about this age, I start to be like too perfectionistic, kind of. So it's really became like kind of serious problem, like art block.
Got you.
So yeah, so you think we can maybe stop for today?
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I'm down for that.
what time is yours now?
It's 12:30.
Okay, so like we have 12 hours time difference.
Yeah, what time is it over there?
Same 12:30, but day.
Oh, during the day. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 12:30 at night here.
yeah,
My wife is she was like, I'm going to sleep.
yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. I think it was. So we stop here.
Yeah. What are those messages mean in Russian?
Yes, my brother say like, oh, it's the old comic book. Like I can't believe
Oh, yeah.
you find it. Yeah, kind of he's surprised.
I wish that, I wish I could have had all of my old drawings from when I was a kid, man, because they were good. I only have one. I only have one left that survived.
Mm.
And I'll show you. I can't show you here because I have to scan it in and stuff, but it's a good drawing, man. It was when I was 13, but that's when I used to draw. I used to draw like a madman. I think I drew to the point where like I would have like my hands would bleed.
Oh,
I was constantly drawing. It was like a constant thing, man. But you grow up in the hood, man. Like everybody wants you to do some bad shit.
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of.
Yo, that Spider-Man you drew is crazy though.
Yeah. No, I like this one here. It's kind of like Eddie Brock and he carrying this Spider.
Yeah. Bro, I'm sick.
It's like a trailer for new movie.
I'm telling you, man, you're definitely like I look at a lot of artists draw out there, and I mean a lot. I look a lot. I watch and look a lot at a lot of artists, man. But I think your perspective is probably one of the best perspectives ever, without a doubt.
Cool. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, not need to start draw comic books.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Like I said, man, let's draw one together. But all right, brother.
Yeah,
stream.